Welcome back, you beautiful fucks. It's me, Danny. Today we have a great video, a very special one to me, because we are talking about my favorite kaiju, my favorite Godzilla ally, favorite Godzilla monster, and favorite Showa era monster, perhaps. So, as you can tell, today's video is about all my King Cesar figures. We get right into it. They are all Bandai, and this is the... Okay, I'm not gonna front. I have no idea which release this is. I don't know. I'm not that into like release windows and all that for all these older figures, but just look at this wonderful card here. So from the movie Godzilla King of the Monsters. I wish he was in that one. Godzilla versus MechaGodzilla, the original one, 1974. King Cesar, you know, he helps out Godzilla. He actually puts up a pretty good fight too. I'm tired of hearing people say he got his ass kicked. He put up a good fight. Alright, watch your mouth. But this is the first kind of Bandai release of this guy, and I just remember as a kid watching YouTube videos of this figure and always wanting it because I loved King Cesar. And if you would have told, look how dirty that tag is, that sleeve. I had to throw it away. I had to get a new one for him. I'm not putting my King Cesar tag in there. But here's the tagless version. Both these figures are the same, by the way. That's why I have one with the tag, one without. That's how much I love him. So, but the detail is pretty good on this figure. Paint job, you'll see it's probably not as good as some of the other ones, but still a solid figure. I really love this sculpt of King Cesar compared to certain other sculpt we're going to look at later on down the line. But yeah, this is the one I would see as a kid and just be like, God, I wish I could have that. And I remember years later when I got serious about collecting, I think this is like one of the first things no, it wasn't. But one of the first things I ever bought on eBay when I started collecting, and just like the thought of like having a King Cesar figure, which wasn't I didn't even pay that much. It was only like $30. So, and I remember when I got it, it was just like it was a very special moment to me. Very sentimental. Made my childhood self happy. He'd be proud. But great figure. Has a good amount of points of articulation. Yeah, except for the head. But yeah, it looks good. So, but we're gonna look at a different one here, I think, in a second, because you'll see what I mean about how the paint is not as great, maybe. So here we have this one. I refer to this as the glazed color, because something about him and the brown and the shininess reminds me of glaze for some reason. But if you look at him, like, there's a little bit more paint. If you look by the knee, like the fur on the knee and the fur near his butt, like you can tell like there's a little bit more paint going on there. So I don't know what the deal is with these two different paint schemes though. Like which one came out first, which one came out last. If there's a reason why there's different paint jobs, but I've mainly seen the one as a kid on the right. That's the one I've seen the most of. So when I saw this one on the left, I definitely wanted it because I think I do prefer this paint job over it. You know, there's good qualities to both, but if one of you maybe know what happened here, why Bandai released a different paint color, you can tell me. I'm sure it's probably not like anything special, probably just a re-release, which makes me wonder. They're gonna inevitably do another King Cesar release soon, I imagine, maybe even next year. So I wonder if they're gonna use the same sculpt, or are they gonna make a whole new sculpt? That'd be pretty cool. Oh yeah, so this one also has like paint on his that little beam on his top forehead there. That's where the beam comes out of, or his reflector. Well, I guess there's paint on both, but on the glazed color one, it's blue. Where on the other one I just showed you was red. So they're all good. Here's the 8-inch version, which I also didn't know was out there until a couple years ago. Here it is. It kind of has a mixture of both a little bit, but more so from the original release that I first showed you, where it has good detail, just not as much paint. But it's a bigger figure too. It's 8-inch scale. But still very nice. They're all nice because they're all King Cesar. That's my favorite. I'm gonna take a sip of this water. What are we doing? Talk about King Cesar. hydrate yourselves. Got my little fire flower. What's that called? Holster? No, not a holster. Why am I drawing a brain fart? It doesn't even matter anyway. The thing you put the cups on a table so the condensation doesn't get on the table. I don't know. My brain's farting right now. Alright, so here's this one. Now this is the Bandai Creations, also known as Bandai America, King Caesar figure, which was a surprise to me as a kid when I first saw it in stores. I didn't really know what the releases were, new releases, upcoming releases for Bandai were. You just kind of walked in the store, and that's how I found out. So when I saw this really did shock me. I was very happy, and I don't put it up there with the other King Caesars. Although this one does have really good detail with a mixture of paint that could be looked at. Maybe you could have the discussion. It's better in terms of detail and paint compared to the other ones. In terms of likeness, it's not far off. It's still not bad. You can still tell it's King Caesar. I think the biggest thing with me is I don't like the hands. As you can see, I don't like when this little weird articulated at the elbow but only swings out. I would have preferred something like the original releases that might have made it better. I do like how you can move the ears, although the way they move, I don't really know if you're supposed to move them. But you can if you want to. There's a nice pose there. But as a kid who didn't have access to eBay back then, this was something nice to have. Although this is one of the last releases from Bandai. This came out around the time that 75 or 74 MechaGodzilla was released as well, which you'll eventually see. Hint, hint, wink, wink. So, but it was nice to get representation. But I don't know. It doesn't. Now that I have the originals, I kind of prefer those. But it's still not bad. Again, they all have good qualities. The Bandai Creations, they did good. Okay, they did good. So there's a kind of comparison there with the different colors. They're all 6-inch scale. So yeah, not bad. So I noticed the American Bandai also has the blue medallion at the top on his forehead. The tail definitely looks better. Okay, we can agree. The tail looks better on the American release too. Look at that. So the detail is good. His hair, it's a little spaghetti, a little pasta-y, but still good. So, all right, let's wrap this up here. There they are, the whole family, all the Caesars, all the kings. My favorite. So happy to have them. So anyway, guys, they're all great figures. Again, this is my favorite kaiju. I love King Caesar. I would love to see him in the Monsterverse or just anywhere more of him. So let me know what you guys think of King Caesar. If you love him, if you hate him. If you hate him, well, sorry for having a bad opinion. Just kidding. Anyway, guys, I hope you all take care. Tomorrow, we'll be talking about Ultraman figures. And I'm going to tell you right now, I ain't going to know any of the names. Get ready for that. Anyway, guys, I hope you all take care. And I'll see you all next time.